producers are looking to feed anything right now because feed shortages they're real. It's short. Cattle are going through it. It's been a bad winter, and so when you reduce what you have available to feed to those animals, it can become a desperate situation for producers.
Hundreds of cattle across Missouri have been killed from nitrate toxicity.
If the levels are high in nitrates in the feeds, and we've seen some of that in Missouri. I mean, we've seen some of that across the state. There are some herds that have experienced fairly significant death loss amounts. Rancher goes out there one day, 30 head are dead, 70 head are dead.
According to the University of Missouri, nitrate is found naturally in the environment. When the plant growing process goes through stress, like not getting enough rain or abnormally cold or cloudy conditions, a toxic buildup can happen in the plants. And when it's fed to livestock, it can be deadly.
Extremely toxic. There's different levels of toxicity. Extreme toxicity results in immediate death loss. You get lesser down on that scale, and what happens is you might see nervousness in cattle, you might see them go off feed, you might see heavy panting, breathing, trying to get more oxygen into their system, and before you actually see a dead animal. And so it's important for producers, if they're feeding the types of feed that can carry high nitrates, to really watch their cattle very close and look for some of those symptoms that good stockmen should see, that things just aren't right.
One of the early symptoms is with the bred cows, they can have fetal loss, and you might not know it until months later.
The nitrate poisoning basically causes the cattle to choke to death.
The way that the nitrate works is it binds the hemoglobin and it makes it methemoglobin, and the animal's not able to use that to transport oxygen within its blood.
The #1 way to keep your cattle safe from nitrate poisoning is to get feeds tested. And if there is death loss, a tissue sample is needed to confirm nitrate toxicities.
March can be a very long month. We can run through more hay in a beef operation in March than we can sometimes in February and January. So while I would hope it dries up a little bit and warms up to ease the feed situation, who knows whether that's going to happen or not. And we can hope for the best, but we sure need to be planning for the worst.